Hello and welcome everyone to another video from me, TWISTAS MOTO. This one is just a quick little conversation I wanted to have about if I'm gonna get another bike, what bike should I get? I just kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion, you know what I mean? Put the question out there, and you know, you guys can leave a comment below or whatever, and let me know what bike you think I should get. I had a 2019 CBR1000RR-R. Great bike. I had no problems with it. Well, it wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it. It was a perfectly fine bike. As much as I did enjoy it, I'm not married to CBR1000RRs, you know. I don't feel like that's the only bike I'm gonna ride for the rest of my life. Which is funny, because if you watch the very first video I made when I got my 650R, I said I wanted to be the CBR1000R guy off YouTube, because you know, people are making 650R content but not reliably or for a long period, you know, or consistently. So I wanted to be the guy who made consistent, fun, interesting videos about the CBR1000R. That was kind of my pledge. So it kind of feels like I'd be completely betraying that pledge if, well, I didn't really make a pledge, I just said it's what I wanted to do. But I feel like it would be kind of weird if I was just like, okay, now I'm just going to get a completely different bike. So obviously the first and obvious kind of choice or option is to get another 650R. Now this would be the perfect time to get a 650R, especially considering that Honda have released a new updated version of the 650R. I'm sure you'd want to see that. It would be interesting for me. I've never actually owned a brand new bike. It would be the first time I'd ever own a brand new bike, and it would be good for the channel, you know. I'm sure it would get views and people would like to watch that content, because it would be regular content about a new bike. Sure, a lot of people are thinking about buying one, so getting a 2024 CBR1000R, the updated one with the e-clutch and all the other whatever they've added to it. I haven't even looked into it properly yet, if I'm being honest. I really haven't. And honestly, that is kind of where I'm leaning at the moment. It just makes so much sense. But my biggest problem with that idea is, and now let me tell you why I don't want a 650R. I'm the kind of person where if I've been there, done that, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to be there or do it again. And I've kind of been there, done that with the 650R. You know, yeah, it wasn't a very long time. I had the bike, what, just over a year. I want to experience something different. Like, I have the opportunity to now get another bike. Why am I just going to get a 650R again? Like, the update isn't that much different or interesting to warrant just getting the same bike again. So yeah, I know it would be good and it would make a lot of sense. I just kind of don't want to. I don't really want another 650R, which isn't, now for anyone who watches my channel because they like 650Rs and they're considering getting one and this and that and the other, do not take what I'm saying as a reason why you shouldn't get one. It's just because I've already had one, so I just don't really want to get another one. that's pretty much it. This is like a maze in here. I'm just wandering around this random, you can tell it's like newly built, random ass newly built community. I'm assuming most of you watching this video are Honda lovers, which is why you know my channel in the first place. So yeah, Kawasaki, you're probably all making a funny face now, grimacing at the thought of me getting a Kawasaki, but I've always wanted one. And the one I'd probably want to get is a ZX6R. I mean, I don't think I could get insured on anything bigger than that because now I've made 2 claims on my insurance in the last couple of years. I'm sure no one's trying to insure me on a sports bike, so I'd be surprised if I could even find good insurance on a ZX6R. But 2, I kind of don't trust myself on anything bigger than a 600cc anyway. Like, bro, if I get anything bigger than a 600cc, I will go to prison. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, I'm not going to mince words. I am not responsible enough to have a 1000cc. I'm just going to straight say it, man. I will get way carried away. So yeah, there you go, ZX6R. Let me know your thoughts on that one. So you know how I said I don't trust myself in anything bigger than a 600cc? Well, I take it all back, because the next bike I would genuinely consider getting as my next bike would be a BMW S1000 single R. Not the double R. I would love a double R, but I don't think that my time has come yet to get a BMW 1000 double R. I'm not there yet. It will come in the future, I hope, but for right now I'll stick with the single R. Yeah, that's a bike I really like. That bike is so cool, and it's a bit more, I mean, a BMW 1000 anything isn't really practical. But the single R is a bit more practical than the double R, so I could still commute on a single R, you know, still be relatively comfortable, I would think. I've always liked that bike ever since I started watching Royal Jordanian. I'm sure everybody watching this channel knows exactly who Royal Jordanian is. If you don't, how do you not know who he is? But he has a 1000 single R BMW, and he makes it look so fun to ride, man. I'm not really being serious with this one, because one, I'm not in a position to afford one anyway, but I have been flirting with the idea, and I know I just said I don't trust myself on anything bigger than a 600, and here I am about to say what I'm about to say. It doesn't matter, because I wouldn't get insurance on it anyway, but I have been flirting with the idea of getting a Fireblade. I have been. The thing is, I would have to forego every other expense in my life though. I can't realistically afford a Fireblade. like it's more of a dream one kind of thing. But I don't know, I could feel irresponsible one day and just say, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna get a Fireblade. I'm sure it'd be great for the channel. Again, I would end up in prison. There's not a, we're not gonna mince words. I will end up in prison if I'm on a Fireblade, straight up, and I will probably die. Like, I don't think I'll live very long. So yeah, but I have been flirting with the idea, but disregard that one. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't no way. Maybe if you guys convince me, but no, even if you do, it's not happening. That's not happening. Imagine if I was just saying this just to like quell your expectations, and then next video I'm just like, hey, I got a Fireblade. that would be kind of funny. Oh, Kawasaki Z900 / Z1000. I don't think they make the Z1000s anymore, but either or, I like those. Maybe go for one of them. See, the thing is, I'm of two minds, because my 650 was my only vehicle, so it's what I use for everything, to commute. It's what I used to go out socially. It's what I used to go do shopping. Now bear in mind, I do live with other people. I don't live alone. I live with my family, so I have other cars in the house I can use, so it's not the end of the world. But that's why I got a 650R specifically, because it's the kind of bike where, even though it is a bit sporty, it's still practical enough and comfortable enough and sensible enough that I can use it for multiple different things. When I'm thinking about getting another bike, I'm also still kind of thinking about that side of things. So if you guys know any bikes that fit that category, let me know. I mentioned Royal Jordanian earlier. Another bike that I want to get because of him is a KTM, is it 1290 Super Duke R? Yeah, man, I want to get one of them. they look fun. They look crazy fun. Again, same as I said with the other 1000cc's, probably not going to happen, but again, that is a bike I've considered getting. And to be fair, I know I said I wasn't ready for a 1000RR BMW, but to be fair, I feel like I've been riding long enough that I can obviously handle a 1000cc bike. They're not really practical. I'm not trying to commute to work every day on a 1000cc motorcycle. You know what I mean? It just doesn't really make sense. But at the same time, I'm of two minds, because I feel like I've been riding for so long, like I should have experienced the 1000cc bike by now. I'm surprised I haven't bought one as yet. I am thinking about moving, as I said, I live with family at the moment, so if I need a car, most of the time, sometimes there is no car available, but most of the time I can just hop in my dad's car, my mom's car, my brother's car. But if I move out and for whatever reason I can't ride my bike, I don't want to be completely stuck with nothing. If I am moving out, I kind of need to get a car. So I'm also shopping for a car. Now, I might have fooled you into thinking that I am some kind of billionaire or something, but I by no means have a lot of money. So the idea of me trying to get a bike and a car at the same time and move out, bear in mind, I'm trying to do all these three things at the same time, it's a bit yeah. Between the car and the bike, at the moment I'm prioritizing getting a car instead of getting a bike, which means that it's gonna take longer for me to get a bike because I can't afford to buy both at the same time. Now I'm not trying to buy like a super expensive car or anything, but still I'm gonna have to pace myself. So yeah, it might be a while. Just kind of warning you. Again, when I give back this hire bike that my insurance gave to me, it might be a while before I get another bike. But yeah, there's gonna be a dark period of no content for a little while whilst I build up the funds for a bike. But yeah, I don't know, I saw an Aprilia pass me earlier, and that got me thinking about the Aprilia RS660. That's supposedly a great bike. I've heard good things about it. A bit more pricey than a 650R. I forgot what type of engine an RS660 has, but it ain't the type of engine I like the sound of, really. And yes, that's enough for me to say I don't want a bike. The sound is important enough to me that I will not want the bike because of that. Oh, there's another bike I've been thinking about, I really like, is the Daytona Triumph 675R. Or Triumph Daytona, I should say. 675R. Man, that bike is sweet. They're old now, so you're not really gonna find I'm not gonna get like a new one. But there's some kind of decent second-hand ones going around online. I wouldn't mind snagging one of them. I mean, that triple engine, man, jeez. That thing sounds beautiful with a good exhaust on it, man. And I just like the way that bike looks. I've always liked that bike. Who knows, I mean, I might just snag one of those, but again, that's not a sensible bike. But the thing is, if I get a bike after I already have a car, then I don't need the bike to be like sensible. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I have a car, then the bike can be as sporty and as aggressive and as uncomfortable as it wants to be, because then the bike would strictly be for fun. At the moment, a bike in my life is my only vehicle. I need it for everything. So I can't just buy some crazy wacky bike, you know what I mean? I have to buy something sensible. See that Hayabusa over there? I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a Hayabusa over there. Yeah, I can't be buying one of those as my only vehicle. Imagine me cruising to work every day on my Hayabusa. As boring as it is and as uninteresting as it is, I might actually get something like this. Not this specifically, hell no, it wouldn't be this. It would be this, but a better version of this. But something upright and commuter friendly with a lot more power than this. Like, I would want a lot more power than this, which is a Suzuki Vstrom 650. If I didn't mention that already. But that does lead me on to the teaser for my next video, which is going to be my thoughts and opinions on this bike that I've been riding since my accident, which is as I said, the Suzuki Vstrom DL650. So yeah, next video, stay tuned. I'll be talking about this thing. I know I said the video wasn't going to be long, but it is long, so sorry again. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you a pleasant day or evening or night, and goodbye. If you liked the video, that would be pretty dope. Stick a like down there, please. Thank you. Bye.